Assalamualaikum viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we will discuss the retrovirus, that is HIV. So through remembering through the picture memory, as you can see the sun and the positive signs, which shows that it is also a positive sense RNA single stranded virus initially, but it changes into the DNA virus due to the reverse transcription. And the wizard man, you can see it is showing that it is HIV patient and it is the immunocompromised, and the large robe that shows that it is the enveloped virus, and the two orange dragons on its hat, it reminds us that it is a diploid nature of the RNA virus. Now it consists of the three important genes. As you can see in his hat, the 24 hours clock is reminding, so it remembers us that gag gene, which is encodes the P24, which is the capsule for the RNA strands. And the pipe he is smoking, one is present outward and the other is in pockets. So it shows that the outward is the GP120. It interacts with the CD4 receptors, and the inward is the GP41, and these both are encoded by the E and V proteins. The GP41, it mediates the fusion of the viral envelope with the cell membrane. Now the third gene is the pole gene, which encodes the reverse transcriptase. So it is remembered by this book. इस book के बाहर जो है वो हमारे पास transcriptase लिखा हुआ है. So this is remembered by the pole gene. And how it is transmitted? This virus is transmitted through the sex, blood transfusion, across the placenta from the infected mother to the baby, and the breast milk. And it is one of the torches infection, which is remembered by these torches. Which cells are infected? So as you can see that this is basically the jail, and this person, which reminds us of a helper T cell, and it is white. So these टू सेल्स यानी HIV जो है वो मैक्रोफेजेस के ऊपर अटैक करता है और हेल्पर टी सेल के ऊपर अटैक करता है. हेल्पर टी सेल के ऊपर अटैक करके किस वजह से करता है? बिकॉज बेसिकली इट जो है अटैक करते हैं फॉर द वाइट ब्लड सेल्स, वाइट ब्लड काउंट को ये कम करता है. And as you can see, this patient, it is in a very critical situation, which is kneeling and grabbing, and red जो है वो इसका face and sweaty है. So it shows the prodromal flu-like symptoms. Cervical lymphadenopathy होगी. Tonsils may be enlarged and fever also occurs. This man, you can see this is laying down, which reminds us that it is latent for the 10 years and replication is going on in the lymph nodes. And this you can see that बहुत सारे लोग जो है वो इस क्लिफ से जो है वो गिर रहे हैं. दिस रिमाइंड्स अस कि अगर हमारे पास CD4 काउंट जो है वो लेस देन 200 हो जाए, ऐसी स्टेज रीच हो जाए, तो दिस प्रोग्रेसेस टू द एड्स. नाउ हियर यू कैन सी कि यहाँ पे हमारे पास 3 आदमी खड़े हैं एंड दे आर फाइटिंग विद दिस क्रैब, which reminds us that it causes the B-cell lymphoma or the diffuse large B-cell lymphoma. Now coming towards a brief overview of its cycle, again considering the macrophages and the helper T cells, इनके बैक साइड पे आप लोग देखें तो हमारे पास एक टैग शो किया गया है CCR5 and the CXCR4. All persons are tagged with this. ठीक है, तो ये हमारे पास जो है CCR5 it appears in the early stages and the CXCR4 it appears in the late stages. ये macrophages के अंदर एंटर करते हैं along with the T cells via these chemokine receptors जो अभी मैंने बताए, and along with that they will enter the cell, uncoating होगी, undergoes the reverse transcription, then they enter the host genome and then they mess with the machinery. So this lady, you can see this is holding an ELISA shield. So ELISA test करेंगे for this infection, and the back side on the wall you can see this reminds us of the Western blot. Western blot is done for the confirmation, and PCR is also done to measure the viral load and the CD4 count. And in neonates जो है, neonates में the test will be positive, but we will do the HIV RNA and the HIV DNA amplification test. Now treatment is the heart therapy, that is highly active antiretroviral therapy. इसमें बहुत सारे ग्रुप्स की ड्रग्स इंक्लूडेड हैं. The first one you can see that this is the pregnant lady, it reminds us the NRTIs, nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, which is the backbone of the heart therapy. And the Z on her returns, it reminds us that the zidovudine is best for the pregnant women. Now the person that is standing on side of him, and it reminds us that these are the non-NRTIs, that is non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors. They does not incorporate in the chain, but they inhibits the reverse transcription. Now you can see this girl which is pulling the sword off. It reminds us that the protease inhibitor is also given. It prevents the cleavage of the proteins for the viral replication. And the mare is fighting with this girl, which reminds us miravarok, which is the CCR5 inhibitor. So here ends the HIV. Hope you liked the video. Like, subscribe and share with your friends. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.